Does yours say? Okay, never mind. We're good. We're good.
What?
And we're live.
Does mine say what?
Mine says no volume.
Mine also says no volume.
Do I need to turn the volume on, or does that just mean like it'd be playing back in my ears right now?
I have no idea. I don't
Wait,
know.
testing. 1 2 1 2.
Okay.
Nothing's happening. Okay, whatever.
Okay.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Just leave it all the way down because mine's
I did
down.
that. Okay. Sounds good.
Guys, I'm so insecure about my arms. I cannot believe I have arms out, but it's so hot outside.
Really? Oh,
It's
we just
75.
we just had a thunderstorm. I've been in a sweatshirt.
Summertime sadness vibes. Except for not sadness. It's nice and lovely. I have my window completely open, just soaking in my sun rays because I'm so pale.
Dude, I'm not so pale because I found a new fake tanner.
Oh, I need a fake tan, but here's the thing about like fake tan, you want to, it's a timeline and you have to think like 7 days out, and I'm just like, my schedule's not aligning. I had to get my nails done. I got my nails done 2 days ago, and so they're probably going to be too long by our festivities next weekend. But it's just like my nails were too long previously. Also, I probably can only afford to get my nails done one more time because I got an apartment.
She's moving on up or down.
Moving downtown.
Moving down.
But it's more expensive, so I'm going to be cutting back on some of my more luxurious spendings. So my nails are going to have to go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure, C's. Did you accuse me of painting my nails?
No, whenever you have your nails done, you move your hands a lot in your clips. And like,
oh no, I move my hands in my clips
a lot today. And so I was noticing them because they were bright purple.
Oh yeah, no. I talk with my hands constantly all the time. But yeah, maybe you just notice when they're painted.
Yeah, that could be.
I don't know.
They look lovely.
Thank you. Yeah, it's Sally Hansen. I got it for like $6-8 at Walmart.
I went with the classic skin color. I was like, I just want my nails to be the same shade as my hands. And my guy, his name's Jimmy. I really like him. We had like a whole sad I'm moving story. And
are you not going to come see him again?
Well, I'm cutting back on getting my nails done.
Oh,
if I'm going to get my nails done for like an occasion, yeah, I'll come back and see Jimmy. But it's not going to be like I get my nails done once a month and like that's going to be not happening again.
Yeah.
But anyways, he was like, girl, you just got this color last month. Like, get something else. And I was like, no, this is my safety color. He's the best. He's always outside smoking a cigarette. He always offers me a cigarette. And I have to say, no, thank you, Jimmy. He's the best.
That's so funny. Can you tell in the Zoom how badly orange my wrist right here is?
No. I'm just
it's bad. And there's like
I look like a literal coast.
There's like a creasy line in it. But so I went to Kroger. Obviously at Kroger they have 2 options for self-tan because like they have not a lot of beauty products. It's very small. Yeah. But they had a gel. Oh. It was like B-tan gel. And what I don't understand.
I heard good things about that.
Yeah, no. Like the only issue is my one wrist. And because I got on my hands a little bit because you don't use a mitt. I guess you could probably use a mitt thingy. But what I don't understand is that like you put it on and then it's no rinse off and it doesn't get on your clothes. And I don't understand.
Look into that.
I don't understand how it stains my skin into a color, but not my clothes at all.
Only because I also use B-tan, but I use the traditional like foaming self tanner. And I really like it. It's like my favorite self tanner I've ever used. But I do have white sheets and a white comforter and a white pillowcase. And so that presents a challenge. But I feel like I self tan so much that I have it down to a science. Like I feel like I'm so good at it now. And I use a mitt, but I also use an old makeup brush to do my wrists and elbows and knees and ankles. And I think that makes a world of difference.
Yeah, I haven't ever figured that out. I'm going to need a visual on what you're doing there.
I think I'm literally checking a bag because I want to bring my self tanner home.
Or you can try my new one. Take a risk.
I don't
Take
know
a chance.
I want to like
change.
risk Like, remember 1 minute ago when I was like, I have it down to a science. Like, I don't know if I
you
really
don't
want to like
science.
mess with that.
Well, and Kaylee's going to get a spray tan locally and then tell me her thoughts on it because, yes, I have my spray tan down to a science. However, that science is about 25% of the time there's a disaster. Just like I forget to do an arm or just something goes wrong, and like for just for the wedding, I'm like, I should probably get like a profesh job done just on the off chance I do something bizarre. But so she's gonna test it out and report back.
Oh, well, that's very nice of her. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna keep to my tried and true. I also dye my own hair, so I'm dyeing my own hair on Monday. I know it's really wild how I'm bougie on a budget here in New York City.
You gotta do. I dye my own eyebrows, but that's as crazy as I get.
Oh, I actually don't touch my eyebrows.
Because you don't need to, because you have perfect eyebrows.
One time I got my eyebrows, what's it called when they rip it out of your skin? Waxed. And I had like an allergic reaction to the wax or something.
It was so traumatic. She was crying so much.
And my eyebrows like swelled and it looked like so terrible. Like, it kind of looked like
she needed to go to the hospital.
And it was like, I don't know if it was like chemical burns. I don't know what it was, but it was like really not good.
There's actually,
and you could literally see like the only place it was like burnt was like where the wax went on. And so it was just like the perfect strip around the bottom half of it was so embarrassing.
Yeah, no, someone I know, she said that she was trying some new product and she's like, yeah, my like right underneath my eyebrows are like really swollen up, and like she was showing them, and in the comments I was like, have you recently waxed your eyebrows, blah, 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 blah. And I never checked back to see if she even responded, but like I had thought of that, like maybe she was just having a weird reaction that she was linking to something else.
I know. But. And then an esthetician tried to tell me it was because I started birth control and it changed the chemical makeup of my skin, which like, I don't know. Anyways, ever since then, I've just been like too scared. So I will pluck them and I'll like use a razor. But other than that, I don't do anything with my eyebrows.
Yeah.
I was too young for the eyebrows clean, have little sperms on your face. So I never like massively destroyed my original eyebrows.
Yeah, someone said that my eyes look like commas, and like I plucked them in high school, but like never to a point that would make them look like commas. But like now every single time I look at my eyebrows, I do want to unalive myself a little bit. But yeah, no, that like you just know when sometimes like people just like give you a comment and you're like, oh, I'm never gonna be able to forget that, and I have a whole new insecurity unlocked. Like I did to 100%. You with your hair part, because we have the same hair part issues.
Literally, I'm wearing a hat today because I haven't washed my hair in 7 days, and my part goes to the back of my scalp.
Yeah. The issue with mine is like now it's just like I only have one day where it's like the one weird colic in the back of my hair doesn't look bizarre.
To explain the context, apparently it runs in our family because Mom says she gets it too. It's like when your hair gets dirty, your natural part just like keeps going back. Like what's the science behind that?
And also like where I part my hair, like my hair grows out of my head in a circle, and like so it's like the back half of my head is like going in a direction I don't want it to go. So then it like if I part it the other way, I have this huge like colic situation, and it's just like I asked my hairdresser the last time I was there. I was like, "Is there anything I can do about this?" And she was like, "Not a single thing. This is just who you are."
Wow. I keep having dreams at night that I have really long hair, and I'm always like, yes, it's long so I can do really fun stuff for the wedding. And then I wake up and I'm like, no, I have loser mid-length hair still.
Yeah, okay. In 3 weeks your hair will be
I don't know. I'm afraid that since I dye it now every 3 weeks, it's not growing as fast as it used to.
You dye it every 3 weeks?
No, I dye every 6 weeks. Every 4 to 6 weeks.
Wow. Do you do the whole thing or just like where your roots are at?
Usually just where my roots are, but then every once in a while I'll do the whole thing because I will get like lighter towards the end just because I wash my hair.
Oh, okay. Huh. Interesting. Yeah, I feel like your hair doesn't look like it's like box dyed though.
Wow, I really appreciate that.
I think there are specific. I think you have to.
I think I do. Yeah, no, I think if you do like a blackout black box, I think that makes your hair look box dyed. I do the darkest brown possible, which I don't know if that makes it not look as box dyed. Also, it's only like maybe like 4 shades darker than my natural hair, so it still like I think fits my skin tone.
Yeah.
Not like perfectly, but like it doesn't. I'm like it kind of looks like my eyebrows, you know.
Yeah. Do you know what getting your colors done is?
Yeah, when they like drape that thing over you and they're like, you're warm, you're cold.
I saw a hilarious video the other day that was like doing it with things in their house, and they had like an oven mitt, and they're like, and then they're like a toaster, and they had like a gold balloon, and they're like, see how this warm of this balloon. Well, it was so funny and like comical. But that's a thing that I would like to get done. I just want someone to tell me what I look good in, you know.
What color jewelry do you usually go towards? Gold or silver?
I always do gold.
Me too.
But I don't know if that like, and then like, you know, different things. Like what I don't want to hear is someone be like, oh, everything you have is like not good for your skin tones or whatever. But also like, I'd be like, okay, whatever. I like what I like, you know?
I know. I actually only wear black, so I actually have no idea what I look like in other colors, but they have to just tell me I look okay in black, because otherwise I have to throw out my entire closet.
Yeah, exactly.
I went in the office so far 3 times this week, and every week I've worn a different article of clothing every week, and it's all been all black.
Nice. But yeah, like, and I like there's shirts in my closet that I'm definitely like, oh yeah, like I definitely look like this tone works for me. So I have like a little bit of an understanding, but like, I don't know. I just want to pay someone monies. But I think it's also like really expensive. And I don't know anyone that does it like in Ohio.
I need you to tell me if I still have my tan lines.
Okay.
I think I
do. Are you gonna turn around?
No, I'm looking in this mirror.
So for anyone that does not know, I'll
show the sister friends.
We went on vacation. Was that 3? Yeah, it's still there. Oh my God. Okay.
We went on vacation. Summer of 2022.
Summer of 2022, and this girl burnt the living crap out of her back. It wasn't even a hot day. It was one of those sneaky days where it's like you're out all day, but it like gets cool out, so you never feel like you're burning. And she
fell asleep reading Finley Donovan.
Oh my goodness. The book arrives tomorrow, by the way.
The first book of the 4-book series I read in this time frame.
That's so crazy. I'm going to have to make like a TikTok about that. Like, hey, it's crazy. I read this first book. Well, I read it a long way before you. And then my sister bought it, and she still has this burn on her back. That's so funny.
I know. Anyways, so I laid out, burnt the life out of my body. Was unable to move the next day. I made Zoe put aloe on me, just crying. I was just crying. And I still have the back burns to show for it.
That's
every outfit that summer was ruined, by the way. Every outfit last summer was also ruined.
And like it's so crisscrossed, like you look like you have a turtle shell on your back a little.
I know.
But like I think honestly,
your bridesmaid's dress I have for your wedding is backless. So if I still have these tan lines at your wedding, I'm going to honestly what we need to get you is like, you know, those long sponges that are like on a stick, like because the thing is like you're not exfoliating your back. No way. I take a dry brush and I go like this every time before I get in the shower.
I didn't know that. Do you think that your skin is just permanent now?
I don't know.
Is it just also, who you are as a person?
There's like stains on this. I need you to know that these stains are hair dye and they're not coming out. I washed a shirt literally today. I'm not wearing a dirty shirt. But anyways,
I am wearing a dirty shirt.
It's just like a part of me now. But honestly, it's so embarrassing and a good reason to wear SPF, everybody.
Yes. Oh my goodness.
Learn from my terrible decisions.
That's crazy. That's so crazy that's still...
If you would have told me that it was like end of June 2022 that night, hey Kenzie, you're still gonna have those tan lines 2.5 years later. I mean, like I wouldn't have believed you. That's insane. Has this happened to anyone else?
Is it just Text me.
I've
Does
sat
anyone-
tan
yeah.
lines for
Hey,
2.5 years.
Yeah, write in if you have a sunburn that's 3 years
That's
old.
the longest relationship I've ever had is with this sunburn.
Oh, geez.
Anyways, so
Okay, so
I'm
so
still
you're
working on that.
you're getting a new apartment, but I am refreshing my home completely.
This is insane. Let me read these text messages out loud to the sister friends from today. Also, peep the new phone case. It has pastas all over it. So I texted Zoe. Well, Alexa, one of Zoe's dear friends and a bridesmaid, asked me if we needed any extra air mattresses because we're having everybody stay over and it's like a big slumber party and whatever. And I was like, texted Zoe. I was like, I don't think we need more air mattresses. Do you think
But
so?
if she has one that's comfortable, the one I have, it feels like I would honestly rather sleep on the floor than an air mattress.
Well, and I said I would sleep on the floor. Like, I don't care. And Zoe said, like, no, we're fine. I said, okay, cool. Zoe pitched that her and I would sleep in one room because her bedroom... So I'm doing a horrible job of explaining this story. Basically, Zoe thinks her bedroom smells like dog.
I don't think so. Tanner said that my room smells like dog.
And I don't think I don't know. I haven't smelled your room in a while, but like I'm sure it doesn't smell that bad. But then she says, I'm going to just repaint the room today. And I said, well, that feels a little bit extreme.
No.
And she just laughed. And now she's repainting her room for literally one sleepover.
Well, no. So this is the situation. When I moved into this house, everything was a two-toned jewel. So there
I
would
was
be like,
also there.
Like the top
I lived with
half,
Zoe for one summer.
the top of one half would be one color, and the bottom half, think like dark burgundy reds, a dark purple. Actually, my room might have been all dark purple with a
yours
brown
was all
wall.
dark purple.
Yeah, it was bad. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't my style.
God, don't insult AJ like that. She might listen to this.
She wasn't the one that painted it. She was not the one who painted it.
Oh, was it the tenant after that?
No, it was the tenant, but after that. Yeah, after her, I think. But anyway, it was bad. It was bad. And so then I painted everything like eggshell white. Actually, no. I think I split the cost with Dad, maybe, of getting all the walls painted to like an eggshell white. Not all of them, just the rooms that were the worst offenders. And then I didn't, and so then I had like wood trim. And so then we decided we were going to do all white trim on everything. And so I couldn't do white with my eggshell or whatever. And so I painted my room purple because I was like, I want something fun. I want something like girly.
Like a different shade than the other purple that it was?
Literally, no. That was the shade it was. I painted it purple. Oh, no. That was a dark purple. This was like the color of my sweatshirt purple. Like a light purple. And so I literally, I finished painting. Like, I literally finished the closet. I sent a picture to my friend Kaylee. And I was like, look, I painted my room. And she's like, that's the exact same shade as your room in your parents' house. To which I realized that I was still using my furniture from my childhood home. And I had just painted the walls the exact color of my walls from my childhood home. And I had recreated my childhood bedroom. And so then I was like,
I thought your childhood walls were darker purple than that.
One dark purple wall, 3 light purple walls.
Okay.
And before that, it had been blue and green because classic blue and green, as the kids did back then. It was very trendy. But anyway, so then it was this shade of purple and like a little bit different shade, but like I had done a light purple. And so then a couple years later, I was like, okay, I'm going to paint it green. And that's when like the mossy greens really came in. And like, I saw all these different nice greens. And so I painted it green, and I just hate that. I just picked the wrong color. It's so hard when you see like a little tiny square of a color to be like, oh, is this going to look good 100 times this size on a wall compared to like a little inch by inch little color thing. And so I painted it green. It looks bad. So now I'm just painting it the same like oatmeal-y color that the rest of the house is. And so it'll just match everything else.
Do you want to come to my new apartment and paint my bathroom for me?
Yeah, I can do that. I'm an expert painter. So yeah, so basically
I've
now
never painted a room in my life.
Yeah, so now that room's been painted 4 times now.
the fun thing about being a New York renter is you can paint whatever you want as long as it's white when you leave.
Oh, interesting.
So, but to get my money's worth, I want to paint it like right when I move.
Well, and what, like, honestly, the thing is like when you say like, oh my goodness, I'm going to paint this house and then I have to paint it back. Like, honestly, like it takes a couple hours and then your space is completely transformed. Like, I believe in the power of paint.
I only want to do like one wall or like one. I want to do something to make it feel more not like a white
personal
box.
Yeah.
Like the current white box I'm sitting in.
I painted my bathroom pink when I moved into it, like knowing that I was going to be living by myself for a while before Tanner moved in. And like, I was just like, I just want to do something girly because I'm never going to have like a girly house again. Just because like, you know, most people probably don't want like pink walls. And I loved it. It was like this cute ballerina slipper pink. And it was just so fun. I liked it. But that's back when I had a teal bathtub and sink because my house was from the 60s and hadn't been updated. And so it was like, it was giving something.
Yeah, I want to make my new apartment. Like, I want to have furniture pieces that are like evergreen and will like work for years to come. But I would love to make the decor and like the cheaper stuff like really fun. And like I've been really into candlesticks and candlestick holders. Like, this is a new candlestick holder that is a hedgehog that I think is adorable. And just like stuff like that.
I've been working on like the wedding registry and I've been looking at candlestick holders, and like now I'm just looking at the things that are options on Zola, and otherwise you have to like link out and it's kind of a headache. But oh my goodness, all the candlestick holders I'm seeing are like $150 to like the cheaper ones being like $60.
Oh,
and
girl.
Just because like
I saw ones yesterday that I loved, but they were $20 and I was like, I'm on a budget.
Yeah, no, but they're just insane. I think Zola as a whole, they're like, oh, these are the things that you're gonna have for the rest of your life. Like, you want to get like quality, but like I don't need a quality candlestick holder.
Also, like even cheap candlestick holders, for instance, this candlestick holder was like literally $5 and is like glass. It's great.
Yeah.
And
oh my goodness, so cute with the little cherries. Now,
cherries.
do you burn these candles, or are they just like little accents?
I do burn my cheaper ones from like Amazon. Like this, you can get a set of 4 for like, I don't know, $15 or something. And so I do burn these ones, but I have a bunch of these like really cute ones. Like this one has little ribbons on it. This one has little hearts on it. These ones I won't burn. These were what I had out for Valentine's Day. Those, they don't burn. And I have this cute little planter that I keep them all in.
Oh my goodness, that is so cute.
So this is what I mean, like fun, girly, cute decor. But then like I'm gonna get a TV stand that like I can use for years, you know.
Yeah. I
already have like a green couch. Like, I don't think I need anything like crazy in that department, but I have like those fun throw pillows, and it's been very fun. Like house shopping, I haven't actually bought anything, but I have a cart on IKEA and a cart on Crate and Barrel, and my friend Cassie told me that I should have a housewarming and just make a registry. And
you know, people do that. People do stuff like that all the time. Honestly, like making a registry, it's like so awkward being like, hey, friends and family, buy me these things.
You know, you think it's awkward, but
everyone does it.
I've been giving your registry out to people because when they like RSVP for the shower and stuff, and I think people find it so much easier.
Yeah. Has everyone
like, even though it's
RSVP'd?
awkward. Yeah, I think only 2 people we invited can't make it.
Nice.
And I told you about those too. So
yeah,
and we ordered your cupcakes this morning, and all the decor. Has arrived.
The dress I got for the shower, I really like. I had been like spiraling trying to find anything, and I
is it the one from Abercrombie?
Yes.
The white
honestly,
one?
I think I'll wear it for like the rehearsal dinner too.
I literally almost bought that exact dress in blue for your shower.
Well,
which
in
makes
the
me
recent,
glad I didn't buy it because that would have been awkward.
Yeah, I had been looking at it, and it was like full price. And like Abercrombie, like if you are like always looking at the sales, like you can get things for literally like 75% off, and that's what I'm always holding out for. And like I know at some point I'm going to see it on clearance and be like, oh my goodness, I could have gotten it for this much, but like I couldn't wait around for clearance. And I'm going to, I think the back, there's like a tie at the neck. I might cut those strings off because I just don't like the way that looks.
Yeah.
But that also feels
like, or you
like
can
a
like
little
untie
reckless.
them, tuck them in, and
Tuck
like
them
pin them to the dress. Yeah.
I was thinking about that too. I might do that just so then, just in case.
It's a cute dress though.
Yeah. I like it. There's like it doesn't fit perfectly in like in just a few spots, but I was like, if I get a smaller size, it's not going to fit elsewhere, and that's just how life is.
That is how life is. I know. I'm really excited about my dress for your shower as well. I also didn't get. It was from Abercrombie as well, but not on sale. But I did have like a 20% off
code or
coupon
whatever
that I used.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit nice, but still like kind of pricey. It is like I usually just shop their sales because they have such good sales.
Yeah, I actually ended up getting like 5 other things because like the other day I was just spiraling about everything in my closet, and we were going out with friends. We were having a going away party for one of Tanner's best friends and his fiance. They're moving, and so we did a little going away thing. And I was just like trying to look for a cute top, and it's because we're also in this time period where it's not winter but it's not spring. So I was looking for like not a heavy sweater, but also not any of like a cute tops that were like a tank top or something. Not that I have any of those either, but I just could not figure out an outfit. And so when I bought the dress for the bridal shower, I was like, I'm just gonna get these things and we're gonna try some stuff on, just because I needed to fix the problem.
Yeah.
So
I hear you. I remember I used to feel like that all the time. When I first moved here, I was like, I never have anything I don't have the right thing for the right occasion. But now I feel like I've really built a good closet. Like I love every piece that I have, and I like can almost go to any event without having to buy something.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's I still have things in my closet that I know I'm never gonna wear, but I feel guilty about throwing out. Or like I do a lot of Poshmarking and stuff, but like it's a lot of work to put stuff up there and negotiate with people, and like it's always a hassle.
I know. I just wish I could Poshmark, but I don't want to do all the back labor. It's like too much work.
Yeah. Well, and it's like I have so many things that are like there's a little tiny stain on it, or it's like a little snag here and there. So it's like, okay, like realistically, does someone want to buy a shirt with a stain on it? And it's like, and then I'm like, do I donate things versus like I had some raggedy t-shirts that I was like, okay, these are just shop towels now, because like I probably got them for $10 and they're not very nice anymore. So
yeah, a month or two ago I donated 4 bags of clothes to Salvation Army because when I first started working, I interned on the Hill for Senator Sherrod Brown, and you wore like really traditional business clothes. And that's just like not my style anymore. And also I'm not 19 anymore, so I don't fit into it. And I just needed to like part with it, so I got rid of all of my like old Banana Republic pencil skirt dresses and then other clothes that I was just like holding on, like college clothes that I was like, I'm never gonna wear this, and it doesn't need to move with me to my third apartment in DC or in New York. Where do I even live? Like I just needed to let things go. Yeah.
What I need to do is have like a drink or two and then go through my closet, because like I don't know, and I'm like I love throwing stuff out, but for some reason when it comes to clothes, I'm just like, oh well, what if this one thing comes up and I could pair this with that, and I'm like, but if I haven't worn it in 8 years, what's the likelihood that some event comes up? This is what I decide to wear.
No, exactly. That's how I started, was like, if I hadn't worn it in 2 years, immediately now. If I hadn't worn it in 1 year, like we could have a discussion about it. But
yeah. Well, and I just have so many
I don't normally like throwing things away, but nothing like moving makes you want to become a minimalist.
Yeah, and that's like I have like 500 sweatshirts that are like all fine, but like realistically, I wear the 3 I like the most all the time. And so then people are probably like, she has 3 sweatshirts. It's like, no, I have 100 sweatshirts. I just don't that don't make it into the
It's
rotation.
so funny. You wear that lavender haze Taylor Swift hoodie I got you all the time. I have that exact same sweatshirt. I think I've worn it twice.
Yeah.
Because it's like not in my top 3 rotation. Because I agree. It's like I wear the same 3 and then I do laundry every week and then they're at the top of the pile.
Yeah.
And then, like, obviously I'm just going to wear those 3 again. They're clean.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not a crazy person.
Yeah. I know.
Also, yesterday I got an aloe plant.
Ooh.
I'm trying to like get
now, are
rid
you
of my
one
fake
of those
plants
people
for
that
real
like will
plants.
then use your aloe on your sunburn, or will you just admire it, just knowing that
I haven't
it is
gotten
aloe?
a sunburn since the sunburn, so hopefully I don't get another sunburn. I'm not against using it.
Medicinally.
Yeah. I mean, don't you just like cut it off, open it up, and like take a spoon, and then like you just like rub it on yourself?
Yeah, I would honestly, I'd rather just do it just for like experiencing, seeing what you have inside of there, you know?
Yeah,
I don't know, you
sure.
can make a little face mask out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm definitely like not against using it, but I'm so good at wearing sunscreen now, so I haven't been burnt in a while.
I'm usually pretty good, but then every once in a while, this is what happens, is I have my sunscreen in my truck with me, and like I'll forget to put it on before I leave, and then my hands are so dirty and have like oil or grease on them that I'm like, am I doing more harm than good rubbing this stuff on my face with my hands in the condition that they're in, as opposed to like just not wearing it? And there's been like, I think one day this week I was like not wearing it because like my hands smelled like diesel.
Nice. I just put it on. I use your stuff.
My
Not
stuff.
your
Oh,
stuff,
Tula?
But yeah, I use this that you gave me every day.
Yeah, I like that one. It has a
and then
nice
Mom
like shimmer.
accidentally had this shipped to my place instead of her place, and now I use this too.
What is that?
It's a toner. I don't know.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been using because I've been just prioritizing my sunscreen in order of their expiration dates. So I'm currently using 2 different like mineral ones that like definitely have a cast to them, but I've been mixing it with like the Lumi Glotion, and it kind of it counteracts the like pasty whiteness of it.
Oh, I have one from Sunbum. That's like a tinted SPF that I use sometimes. But yeah, anyways, I know it's very sunny out today.
Are the people in New York
outside.
are the people in New York acting different?
So the people have come out of their holes, like literally and figuratively. Everyone is out. No one's wearing clothes. Yesterday, I saw a woman in jorts down to her knees, and I was like, spring has sprung here in New York City. The park, full of people. I'm like, where were you guys all winter? Where were you?
Yeah, that's interesting because it's like they were all here.
I know.
I mean, obviously, there's always tourists.
Come out of the woodwork. They spring forward, pop out like daisies, and now there's like 10 million people in New York City.
I did not know spring was springing forward, and it happened on Tanner's birthday.
I still haven't recovered.
We had been out late. We were out till 2 a.m, which is like absolutely not something I do anymore. Like probably 2 times a year.
Where do you even go at 2 a.m. in your hometown?
Oh, we were not in our hometown. We had gone out in Columbus, and then we left at 1, and I was the designated driver. And so like Tanner's only requirement is he said he didn't want to spend like the midnight of his birthday in the car. So basically he wanted to either like go home before midnight or stay past midnight. And it was like 10:40, and I was like, hey, we gotta get this show on the road if you want to get home before your birthday. And he was having himself a great time because he had a designated driver, and I was like obviously pushing for the leaving early. But he wanted to stay out, and I was trying to be nice and supportive. But it was a late night, but we got Cane's on the way home, and that was delicious.
Yum. I posted that story, speaking of Cane's, from my new apartment, in a 6-block radius. I have a Chipotle, a Barnes & Nobles, a Buffalo Wild Wings, a Taco Bell, a McDonald's. Like, I have everything I could ever want. And like, now I can't leave New York. Like, when else am I going to have that?
Never, nowhere else.
And like we have Cane's now. Cane's is like in Times Square, which is like isn't ideal, but I'll take it.
Yeah, are there very many Buffalo Wild Wings? Like,
no. So there was only one in Brooklyn when I first moved, and then they added one downtown like a year ago, and now they added one right next to my new apartment, which is so exciting because I love B-dubs. And Wingstop was like an okay filler, but it's like B-dubs has a special place in my heart because every Wednesday in high school they did trivia, and I'd go a lot with my friends, and so I don't know, it has like fond memories to me. And I also just like love chicken wings, so I'm excited about it. Nice. Also, it's a Buffalo to go, and so it's like only to go orders, which means you have to eat it at home, which I love because I don't want to eat it. I don't know anyone else that would eat it out with me.
Yeah, and it's not really an atmosphere in which I'm like, oh, I crave that sports bar.
Like if I want to go to a sports bar, I'd go to like an actual sports bar, not like a B-dubs.
Yeah. Interesting. I feel like I had another question for you. I don't know. Do you know what's happening tomorrow?
I know.
Yeah, our parents' other dog is going to be laid to rest. She's doing not good. It's definitely like, at least the only good thing is that like it's definite that like she is like starting to be in pain, so it's like she needs to be put down. But man, we cannot catch a break around here, which we knew it was coming.
This is Sophie. Unfortunately, I didn't get my senior pictures taken with her, so I'm going to have to try to find another picture of her to post because it just doesn't feel right to post about Zaylee and not Sophie.
I know. When I have lots of pictures of her now, like being an old sad lady, and I need to find like a picture when she was young and spry.
Yeah, Sophie is a chocolate lab, and she's, what is she, 15?
Yeah, 15.
Which is a very old for a chocolate lab. I feel like chocolate labs live usually to like 12.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's and we had a chocolate lab before too, Abby. Or was she a black lab?
No, she was a black lab.
Black lab, yeah, okay. And they both, like, labs just have hip issues, and so they both had the same hip issues, and it's just like, man, what about these purebred dogs? They just can't. They have their genetic issues. It's hard to watch.
Yeah. Sophie was the best. She loved going to the pond. And
oh my goodness, yes. It's like you would take her to the pond, and you had to you had to go to have enough time. Like you had to go knowing that you had like 4 hours available because she just wouldn't. She would just constantly swim for hours. Oh my gosh, she loved it so much.
She was funny. I don't remember picking up Zaylee, but I do remember picking up Sophie. And we went, and there was all these chocolate labs. And then Sophie was like insane or something. Wasn't she doing something weird?
She was bizarre.
And Dad was decided, I want that one.
Yeah.
And Mom's like, you don't want the quiet little one that's in the back? And Dad's like, nope.
Yeah,
I want that crazy rambunctious one.
She is like not all there. She's like she's just a dork, like just always like barking at nothing, and like but so lovely, so nice. Also, the day that we picked her up was the day that I got into my one and only car accident I've ever had. I backed into one of like the cool popular kids. I
didn't even know that.
Oh my goodness, yeah, no, I had track practice, and I backed into Nate Brown's car. I don't know if I should be saying first name, last name. That's a pretty common name. I backed into his car, and I didn't know whose car it was, and I was trying to figure out who I needed to get a hold of, and my track coach comes up to me and gives me the only compliment I've ever gotten in track, which was, it was actually he was trying to give me feedback, and he wrapped it in a compliment sandwich, but he was like, your form is just so good, we just need to figure out how to make you go fast. And I was like, yeah, can't talk right now. It just backed into someone. And he was like, oh man. And so then I like run away. I go to the locker room. I'm like, does anyone know who drives this kind of car? And then my worst fear came true, and they're like, "Oh, it's this person," and I was like, "Oh no, it's because like I knew everyone on the track team." Yeah, no, and like he was just one of like the hot older kids, and so then
maybe you didn't need to say that.
Oh no, I love his wife. She's a really fun, cool person to hang out with. We hang out with them now, but yeah. So then it gets worse because so I know who it is, and I realize he has basketball practice, and they're playing shirts versus no shirts, and he was on the no shirts. So I had to, and like I guess I was like 16. And I had to then walk into basketball practice where like all of the cool popular kids who I never spoke to were, and be like, "Hey, I hit a car and I think it's Nate's." And so then he had to come out into the parking lot. And by this time, like at some point I called Dad because I was like, I don't know what to do. I just hit someone's car. And I think he was just like, he was home and he was like, "Oh, I'll just come over and help you figure it out." And so then I had to like, me, Nate, and my dad in the parking lot had to like swap insurance.
You're like, "Hi, Nate. This is my dad."
I just absolutely wanted to die. I wanted to die. And then we had to, after that was all, we swapped our insurances and I went home. We then had to pop in the car to go get this dog. And so it was like, I couldn't even be excited about the dog because I was like so embarrassed and so rattled. And then for like a couple weeks, whenever like I'd be backing up, everyone in the parking lot would be like, "Oh, everyone watch out. It's always backing up." And it was like all the cool popular kids that were, and like looking back there,
like she wasn't also a cool popular kid.
I was not. This is the thing, is I was involved with everything, so everyone in the other groups assumed I was friends with, like I had two friends in high school.
I feel like if you asked anyone from our high school, they'd be like, "Yeah, Zoe was a cool popular kid."
No, everyone had that perception because like the cheerleaders assumed I hung out with,
a perception is
the
reality.
FFA kids. The FFA kids assumed I hung out with the band kids. The band kids assumed I hung out with the cheerleaders. I was just involved in so many things. So people probably were like, "Oh yeah, Zoe's cool," but like, don't get it twisted. I had no one to hang out with on the weekends.
That's besides my literally not true.
That is true.
I don't know. You're just. That's
Who did I ever hang out with besides Kenzie and Kaylee?
Emily.
I did hang out with Emily. Yeah, but I was like leaning on the boyfriends because it was like now I have people to hang out with. I don't know. That was always a thing in my head that I was just like, I'm
just simply not going to sit here and listen to Zoe talk about how she wasn't a cool popular kid.
I certainly did not feel as though.
Well, that's crazy. I have gotten a car accident, but never, like, not in the privacy of my own home. So.
And I've gotten into other car accidents, but that was because other people hit me. We were going to get dresses for a wedding that I was in. Me and my friend Kylie. All of my friends' names start with a K.
Another friend she hung out with on the weekends.
That was in college. I made new friends in college. I made like 4 friends in college. I did so much better. I doubled the size of my friendships. But we were going to get dresses, and we were at a stoplight, and like we like lurched forwards, and I had a muffin and it like fell over, which is so random to remember that part. But I was like, what did I do? And Kylie's like, "No, we got hit. You didn't do anything wrong." Because I assumed like I just assumed I did something wrong. And so then we pull off on a little side road after the light goes, and this girl gets out of her car and she's like bawling, and she's like, "I'm so sorry," like all these things. I was talking her down, and like my bumper was all messed up, but like it was fine. And so then we like swap insurance, and I have to like literally like I have to convince her that everything's okay. We swap our insurance, and then I leave. And then turns out this girl gave me like an old expired insurance card that was like not her current, like not even like she switched agencies. So it was like a different policy, a different agency. Like it took actually so much work to then get this girl's information to like get my claim or whatever. And then I had to like drive back home to like our place where we get things fixed. And it turned into such a hassle for me. Which I was like, this isn't fair.
Just not have a car like me. I'm fine.
That's crazy. I mean, I obviously cannot do that around here. That's not feasible. I love that
It's
for
fine,
you.
except for when I go home, you're gonna have to like drive me places because I don't know how to drive.
You know how to drive. You still have your vehicle.
I know, but like I do not know how to like park anywhere in Columbus.
Yeah,
Zoe,
me neither.
I have not driven a car for longer than like a 3-day period in 7 years.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like, and I've only driven.
It's fine.
No, I'll bleep that. I also will bleep the F-bomb I dropped after I said that. I haven't driven out of our hometown in 7 years.
That's wild. You know what's crazy is, like, so yesterday I hauled to this new location. I only filmed the inside of my truck, me. And like all I did was like I described the fact that it was like one scale and that you talk to someone.
I'm listening in my ears. I have to go let Kristen in.
I described how I go onto the scale and how like you exit on the same scale and like just a few more things. And the fact like I had 5 different people be like, oh, you were hauling to this location and they had the correct location. And I was like, oh my goodness, how could you tell that? For like, because I try to not put too much information out there because there are creeps and people that like get way too into my life that like scare me a little bit. So I try to be really particular on like what I show and like try not to give too much information out. But no, these people are internet sleuth and they are just finding anything and everything. Also, someone had commented on one of my videos that like I needed to lay off the pastries so I could fit into my wedding dress. And like the context for that
was insane.
It was crazy because I had literally half of a bagel for breakfast that day. Like that's arguably not enough food for anyone. Like normally I have eggs, I have some protein going on. Like I have more of a substantial breakfast, but I was just like running late and I only had half of a bagel left. And so that's what I had for my whole breakfast. And the fact that someone thought it was like a good idea to comment that I should not have it is insane. Also, my dress is 2 sizes too big because I just bought it large because it was off the rack. So I have to get it taken in. So it actually would have benefited me. It would have behooved me to put more weight on.
Also, it's just crazy because you have talked very openly about having an eating disorder and people are just like, first of all, don't comment on people's bodies or the food that they take. Second of all, like, if you know someone has previously struggled or has a complicated relationship with food, then especially don't do that.
Yeah. And like, I don't talk about it every week. And so, but this guy comments on like almost all of my videos on Facebook. And so it's like, and he's always commenting supportive things. Like, I think this was honestly just like, he was trying to give me his comment and he just like put something wild and insane in there.
I know. I think, honestly, I don't think he meant it to be mean. I think he was just like, haha, like pastries won't make you fat, like whatever, jokingly. But like, obviously we're not of a generation that like jokes about things like that.
Yeah. And he's an older gentleman, but like people are just whack. And like, that's one of those things where like, normally I just ignore stuff and I like just don't worry about it. But like not anytime, like a lot of the times if something does like trigger me like that, I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to have to do a little bit of public shaming.
Yeah. Well, and it's also, I was reading through the comments of your reply and it's so true. Like, no, he's not commenting that on men's post. Even if men have a wedding coming up, you know, it's just like so misogynistic and not, what's the word, like subconscious fat shaming, like it's like so ingrained that like he's not meaning to come off as mean. It's just like subconscious in our society.
Yeah, people are
crazy.
People are crazy. But yeah, I don't know. But yeah, I hauled to a new facility and it was like scary, but this is what happened. I was getting so riled up because I owe so much money to so many people. And I've been trying to haul my grain into the elevator that I always haul to because I have contracts with them. And they've just been closed due to technical difficulties, and like they ended up being closed today as well. And like they had been thinking they were going to be open like Thursday and Friday this week maybe, and then they weren't. And so like I just haven't been able to get my money and my bills due. And so I was like, I just got to figure something else out. So I called up all these different places I've never been to, and this one place had like a good bid. They actually are paying more than the place I was hauling to. and they had no line. And I was like, thank the Lord I found out this new place, because now I have a new outlet. I'm going to give them more of my business in the future. So sometimes you find good things when you're desperate, you know? Whereas like, had I just been hauling my one contract in, I would have been like, I'm complacent with this place. I like this place. It's comfortable.
Yeah. See, things happen to challenge us and make us better people. I am better people. I don't know why I said that. I don't think this makes you a better person. Just
it does. It makes me more resilient. Yeah.
I am coordinating my first evening event on Tuesday.
Ooh.
And we have 4,800 RSVPs.
Wait.
So
what?
Yeah, we have 4,800 RSVPs, and I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And I do that. It's Tuesday night from 7 to 10, and then I have a flight the next morning.
That's crazy.
So if it goes bad, I'm just like literally leaving. I'm like, bye. I'll see you in 6 days.
So you have that, and then we have festivities, and then you're going to Paris.
Yeah. So I have
booked and busy.
I have your bachelorette, and then the next weekend I have Eleanor's bachelorette.
Oh, you have okay.
And then the next weekend I go to Paris, and then the weekend after that my movers take all my furniture to my new apartment.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so
and then the weekend after that is another huge party at the place I work. So
okay. Wow. Yeah, Dad was telling someone how booked and busy you were, but he switched to the weekends of Eleanor's and Paris.
Yeah.
Wow. Wild.
Luckily, Eleanor's bachelorette is in the city, so I'm not traveling for that, which is nice. All of her bridesmaids are coming here, so that is like nice, not having to do like the traveling expenses on that.
Yes.
But booked and busy. But I know Mom is like really stressed about your bridal shower, and like we have 25 people. And I was like, Mom, literally, I'm doing an event next week with 4,800 people. Like, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna get through it.
Also, it's our friends and our family. Like,
also, I'm like, I can't even be stressed about that because I have to get through my event on Tuesday before I can even like think about that. Oh, I forgot. And then the week I come back, I'm speaking on a panel at a museum conference.
Oh.
On the Thursday in between the bachelorettes. So
nice.
Booked and busy, all of us gals.
Yes.
But it's all really fun stuff. Nothing that's like stressful.
Yeah. No, with that being said, we need to wrap so I can go back to painting my home.
Yes, of course. I wanted to ask, should I bring my microphone home?
Yes. Live and in person.
I'm thinking we could like probably, since I'll be home for 6 days, we could probably film like 2 to 3 episodes.
Yes.
And then we can get back to being a week early.
Yes. We can get back to being organized people. Yes. I want that because I also think we'll be better in person.
Oh, I don't.
Wow. The optimism.
I don't even know how we're going to have to sit with our cameras.
We'll literally just go on 2 sides of the table.
Okay. Or we'll figure it out.
That's a problem for next week.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later.
Okay, bye.
Bye.